3, 2, 1.
What's up everyone, Dan here, Crypto Capital Venture, March 13th, 2018. I hope you're having a great day. I want to talk about Litecoin. I want to talk about Litecoin charts, price action. I feel like big things are getting ready to happen one way or another. I think you can feel it in the air. And I want to talk about that. Some of you might not like what I'm going to say in this video. So if you don't like it, please don't give me too much of a hard time. But I want to be honest, I want to be open about my approach to Litecoin, my approach to the markets, because that's why I started this channel. So I'm going to stick with that. CryptoCapitalVenture.com. Before we start, real quick, I just want to put it out there. I'm going to be updating the site. I'm going to be adding some more merchandise and gear. I didn't expect when I put the site that I was actually going to start seeing orders come in. And I just appreciate everybody that has placed orders. If you're rocking a shirt, hat, whatever it is, thank you so much. I appreciate it, but you've certainly motivated me to add some cool things to the website. So I need to get on it. I just want to put it out there. I promise I will in the next few days add some cool gear. Also, I accept Litecoin at CryptoCapitalVenture.com. So I make it easy for you. I make it quick and easy. So let's jump in. Let's start with Twitter. I tweeted a little bit ago, if volume doesn't pick up soon, I'm sensing one more dip into my strong buy zone before March 24th. That sounds so bearish and so negative, doesn't it? But what's crazy is how bullish I am on Litecoin. But I said it for a couple of reasons, and I'm going to go over that. And I did underline the fact that this is not financial advice. I also said that my fiat is ready. I say it's not financial advice because anytime I talk about decisions I make buying, I don't like to feel like I'm influencing people or giving advice on what to do, because I'm not. This is just kind of my approach. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm looking for. So let's talk about why I'm looking at this. Let's go to the daily. Right now on the screen, you're going to see Elliott Wave. You're going to see it, but we're not going to be doing Elliott Wave. Since I'm on the topic, I don't like Elliott Wave. It's extremely subjective. If you go to YouTube videos all over the place on the same exact chart, you will see everybody's Elliott Wave looks different, because really, people make waves on what they want to make waves on. My one wave could be completely different than somebody else's, and my two and my three completely different. And I just think it's too much and too heavily relies on just a natural sense of what you see on the screen and what you want to see. So I don't like it. I don't use it, and I'm not hating on anybody that does. However, especially with Litecoin, the symmetrical triangles, the supports, the resistance, those key simple formulas and patterns, they just work so much better. They aren't 100%, can't predict anything. However, history, when it repeats itself over and over and over again, it at least increases the chances of it happening again. So with that being said, let's look at that exact scenario. I have Elliott Wave on the screen simply because the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 illustration works perfectly for the picture that I want to paint. So, I mean, I could have just took a paintbrush and drew these lines, but the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 looks nicer. So I've talked a lot about this previous symmetrical triangle back in the beginning of September to November. You've seen my videos. If you've seen my videos, you know I've been talking a lot about the similarities. So you can just see on the screen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And right now we're in this 4 area. We're right in this 4 area. You can see on this correction, this retracement back down, we touched the bottom of the triangle before we bounced back up and we broke through the top of the symmetrical triangle right around 80% or so to the apex. So with where we are now is an interesting spot. And I mainly put these lines on here so that we can talk about this 4. Because this 4, where we are right now, is important. And this is why I tweeted what I tweeted. Typically in a symmetrical triangle, I've mentioned this before, you really want to have at least 2 to 3 bounces that have tested the support, the bottom support trend line of the triangle. We've had, I guess you can call it 2 if you want, with this double bottom, but that's kind of stretching it. We haven't had another touch to the bottom. And I think it's important for this triangle to really work. I'm not saying it can't work without it. I mean, we could be right here and we can bounce through and break through the triangle. But as volume has really slowed down and we continue to kind of trade sideways, I'm starting to feel more and more like we're going to retest the bottom. So if volume doesn't pick up, we're definitely gonna retest the support at 170 into 160, and we have to see how those hold, because if they don't hold, I truly see us hitting the 140 to 150 area. That 140 to 150 is an extremely strong buy zone for me. If it happens, I don't think it's going to be a bad thing at all. And if it happens, I can see an extremely strong bounce off of that to the upside, similar to what we saw here at the bottom here. This little, you can see that wick down through the bottom of the triangle, and then we finally we had some momentum out of the triangle. So I can see a very similar thing happening. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but we need to make some moves. The market needs to make some moves. We can't keep going at this slow pace with no volume and kind of a negative feel in the market. And that's really, at the end of the day, the way I feel, my anticipations, how people draw their waves, really doesn't matter at all. What matters, really, probably the best indicator that we have right now is market sentiment. And what is market sentiment? Do you feel bullish? A bullish atmosphere? I mean, are you feeling that bullish presence that we had back here? Not really. Not really. So until that changes, which can change like that, there's a strong possibility we're going to retest certain supports and possibly the bottom of the triangle. So we can look at GDAX and we can see 165, 160, pretty solid area right there. We could certainly see a bounce off of that area. If things happen quick and we kind of cut right through that, that's when I'm really going to look to the 140 to 150 as support. I'm going to look for a strong bounce, and I'm certainly going to look to buy some Litecoin. I will probably be picking up Litecoin anywhere under 170 if it happens. I'm not saying it's going to, but it's something I just want to be prepared for as we kind of slow things down right now and things really are moving very sideways. And you can see it just on the 4 hours. And a possible dip, could happen. So would we bounce off that 160? I don't know. Would we cut through it and test the bottom in this 140, 150 area? Strong possibility. I just want to let you know, I'm trying to be ready for that happening. That's what I do. And that's why I'm always talking about buying the dips. It's a strong possibility. Please don't hate me. I'm not bearish. I'm very long-term bullish. I'm liking how everything's looking right now. I just want to put that out there. And in telling that story, we are able to identify where we are, the support that needs to hold, and where we are on the triangle, and generally where we are in terms of technical analysis. But again, another important thing, keep your eyes open for, is just the market sentiment that's going on. The chatter, the forums, Twitter, the news that's coming out. And that's the other thing, news. News can move this one way or another so fast, and this video might be a complete waste of time. But I want to put my thoughts out there. So let me know if you agree, if you disagree. What are you looking for? Are you just kind of waiting, sitting back, waiting for Litecoin to go to the moon? Or are you anticipating little dips? Because I know I am. And I know this triangle is looking very nice, looks so similar to this previous triangle that we had. And I'm liking how everything's looking. But I just want to put those thoughts out there. I appreciate you. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. We have some fun. We do some giveaways, Litecoin, t-shirts, and we try and just have fun over here. I appreciate all of you. Appreciate you watching. I will see you in the next video, and God bless.